Hello friends, welcome once again. Today's story is based on an event that is very close to reality. When the First World War ended, the economic condition of the world was badly affected. There was unrest, fear, and uncertainty everywhere. In these circumstances, a husband and wife decided to leave this noisy world behind and live a completely different life. They left everything and went to live on a deserted and isolated island. The man's name was Dr. Ritter. From time to time, he used to write letters which passing ships carried away. Through these letters, the world learned how he was living on that lonely island. Dr. Ritter believed that true peace can only be found after enduring hardships. According to him, if everything is easily available, a person neither becomes strong nor understands the true value of life. As time passed, after several years, the story of another family emerged. This family consisted of Heinz Wittmer, his wife, and their son, Harry. They had also sold all their property and decided to spend the rest of their lives on the same island. In reality, Heinz was deeply influenced by Dr. Ritter's life. He had read all of his letters, and those writings had planted a dream in his heart that he too would live such a life. When Heinz arrived there, he told Dr. Ritter's wife that Ritter's letters had become very famous in Germany. But hearing this, Dr. Ritter did not seem pleased. He did not like any interference in his solitude. After some time, Ritter took Heinz to his garden and clearly explained that this place was not what he had imagined. This island was completely cut off from the world. There were no facilities and life here was very hard. In reality, Dr. Ritter wanted to scare the newcomers so that they would leave, but Heinz's attitude clearly showed that he was not going to leave this place. Eventually, Ritter took them near a cave and said that they could live there. At the same time, he warned them that water on this island was very scarce and survival depended entirely on rainwater. After Dr. Ritter left, the entire Wittmer family immediately got to work. They knew that if they did not collect water during the rainy season, survival here would be impossible. They worked day and night. They removed stones, leveled the ground, and finally created a system through which rainwater could be collected in a pit. This water was going to become the support of their lives. Slowly, they adapted themselves to this harsh environment. Food was limited. Facilities were almost non-existent, yet despite this, they were satisfied with this life. During this time, a strange tension began to develop between Dr. Ritter and the Wittmer family. Both were on the same island, but their ways of thinking were completely different. Ritter wanted isolation, while the Wittmer family saw a new beginning here. As time passed, life on the island became even more difficult. The weather was harsh, there were illnesses, and every day felt like a new test. But even then, they were not ready to give up. As time continued to pass, instead of growing closer, the distances between the people living on this island kept increasing. Isolation, harsh conditions, and limited resources tested everyone's patience. This island did not only break a person physically, but mentally as well. Everyone was enduring this life according to their own mindset, beliefs, and tolerance. For some, this island was a symbol of freedom, while for others it was a prison. But one thing was clear. Living here was not easy, and whoever survived here was truly strong. This story teaches us that a person's true test comes in difficult situations. In the search for peace, sometimes we bring ourselves to a place where simply staying alive becomes the greatest challenge. And this was today's story. Life on the island continued, but now the silence felt heavier than before. The sound of the wind passing through the rocks no longer brought peace. Instead, it reminded everyone how alone they truly were. Dr. Ritter began to change. The man who once spoke confidently about strength and discipline now spent most of his time isolated, avoiding conversations. His health slowly declined, and the harsh environment of the island started taking its toll on him. The Wittmer family noticed these changes, but chose to stay focused on their own survival. They expanded their shelter, improved their water collection system, and learned how to grow small amounts of food in the rocky soil. Every small success felt like a victory against nature itself. As months passed, the island seemed to test them in new ways. Unexpected storms damaged shelters. Long dry periods reduced water reserves. Nights grew colder, and days felt longer than ever before. Despite all this, a strange realization began to form. The island was no longer just a place of survival. It had become a mirror, reflecting everyone's fears, strengths, and weaknesses. Dr. Ritter, who once believed solitude was the ultimate truth, now struggled with loneliness. Meanwhile, the Wittmer family, who relied on unity, found strength in working together. One evening, as the sun disappeared behind the horizon, Dr. Ritter stood silently, watching the ocean. For the first time, he understood that escaping the world did not mean escaping human needs. The island had not changed, but the people living on it had, and this was only the beginning of what the island still had planned for them.